Good evening, I'm Jeff Glor in Wilmington, North Carolina, and this is a special edition of the CBS Evening News. The rain will barely let up here on this coast for another 24 hours. The preliminary rainfall totals from Florence are staggering. The National Weather Service says more than 30 inches of rain was measured in Swansboro, North Carolina. That shatters the state's tropical system rainfall record of more than 24 inches set during Hurricane Floyd in 1999. Officials warn some rivers are approaching historic flood levels, and the worst of it may still be to come. The death toll from Florence climbed today to at least 12. Some have been killed by fallen trees, others have died on flooded roads. Nearly 1 million homes and businesses in the Carolinas have lost power. Today, the mayor of Wilmington told us it could take weeks to restore all electricity to the city. President Trump and Vice President Pence receive updates on the storm at the White House today. The president plans to travel here sometime soon. We have a team of correspondents covering this disaster. We're going to begin tonight with Adriana Diaz and the massive rescue operation in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Adriana?
Jeff, despite a mandatory evacuation order in Jacksonville, many people decided to stay home, and that means some people saw these floodwaters rise around them. Crews that were supposed to be out on the street collecting debris had to be rerouted to help with rescue efforts. Volunteers brought boats, and federal air support was called in. Coast Guard helicopters flew through rain to reach people today in homes too remote for rescue boats. We watched as guardsmen were deployed to the ground. Have you been pulling people from homes, from roofs?
Yeah, it's good that flag is down really.
Most evacuations were by boat. We found this family looking for any neighbors who might need help.
Man, it was pretty quick. I woke up, so it was about halfway up the street, and about 2 hours later, we was worried about it coming into our house.
The National Guard, first responders, and volunteers rescued dozens of people who live in low-lying areas of Onslow County.
Hello!
Where the worst flooding is chest deep. Callie Sterling lives in a dry part of the county, but rushed here to help.
What does it look like back there? It's pretty deep. It's scary. There's cars already going under. There's people freaking out.
Some brought what they could in shopping bags. Others cradled wet pets to safety. This scene is just a slice of Florence's assault on the Carolinas. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper.
The water is rising fast everywhere, even in places that don't typically flood. Many people who think that the storm has missed them have yet to see its threat.
That's why Anthony Love's family is leaving. They've been here for 2 decades, and this is their first time fleeing the floodwater.
This is the worst it's ever been. But luckily we don't have any water in our house, but it's getting close.
We've never seen this before. Never, never, never. Not like this. So that's something, you know, that's going to be like for the history books.
This rain is expected to continue for days, which means more risk of flooding. In fact, a curfew that already lifted will be reimposed tonight at 9 p.m. until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Officials don't want anyone out on the streets when they can't see well because of the flooding, because of downed power lines, and also with no power. This is Adriana Diaz. Days after the storm, as the rain keeps falling, the water keeps rising. How fast did this neighborhood get flooded?
Man, it was pretty quick. I woke up, so it was about halfway up the street.
Despite a mandatory evacuation and a power outage, many in Jacksonville insisted on staying and became witnesses to history.
We've never seen this before. Never, never, never. Not like this.
Florence continues to bring devastation.
All right, we're coming.
Volunteers included off-duty military from nearby Camp Lejeune. They serve their country and are now saving their community. Staff Sergeant Marines Brian Griswold and Neil Lapon hauled their own hunting boat to the floods. Callie Sterling, the fiancée of a Marine, joined them.
What does it look like back there? It's pretty deep.
Well.